comparing South Africa with Nigeria. That is an ignorant. People know the truth. South Africa can never be compared with Nigeria. Tell me one good thing about Nigeria, if not only manpower. Can you compare a rich man child and a poor man child to carry a bag of cement? Yeah, you Nigerians, you people irritate me to compare to Nigeria. What is Nigeria? No good hospital, no good road, nothing, no good water. I want to know one thing that Nigeria is better than South Africa, if not only manpower. And even that manpower, like I said, is because we are suffering. That is why we have that kind of power to struggle life. We have been struggling life. And people have the God to be comparing yourself with South Africa, calling South Africa this, South Africa that. You know, I want to use this opportunity, you understand, to tell my Nigerian brothers they must be ashamed of themselves. All those Nigerian brothers and sisters that are dragging South Africa, comparing South Africa with Nigeria. Comparing South Africa with Nigeria. That is an ignorant. People know the truth. South Africa can never be compared with Nigeria. Tell me one good thing about Nigeria, if not only manpower. Even that manpower is because we are suffering. That's why we are so strong. We are raised in that way because of poverty. Can you compare a rich man child and a poor man child to carry a bag of cement? Somebody, the father already made everything possible for that person. You expect the person to suffer. Yeah, you Nigerians, you people irritate me. South African government are doing better to compare to Nigeria. What is Nigeria? No good hospital, no good road, nothing, no good water. No respect for any woman being. And you people are here making noise on social media, comparing yourself with South Africa. I want to know one thing that Nigeria is better than South Africa, if not only manpower. And even that manpower, like I said, is because we are suffering. That is why we have that kind of power to struggle life. We have been struggling life. And you people have the God to be comparing yourself with South Africa, calling South Africa this, South Africa that. Do you know that your school certificate that is useless in Nigeria is more valuable here? With that school cert, here they call it matric. With that matric, you get a job that can take care of you. In Nigeria, what can you do with your WAEC? Nothing. And you people are comparing South Africa with Nigeria. What rubbish is that? Here in South Africa, you go to hospital free, nothing to charge. They still feed you. Here they pay the children a grant. What value does Nigeria has? Here, even if I go to the shop, I stand on the queue, the president will come, the president will stand behind me. He wait for his own time. Ordinary on the road, somebody cannot walk peacefully on the road, soldier, police, everything. What rubbish is that? People should stop that rubbish. Comparing South Africa with Nigeria. Rubbish. Come to South Africa, you see their citizens wearing a soldier uniform. Nobody embarrassing anybody. You wear uniform, soldier that cannot even stand a criminal intimidating you because you are wearing a soldier uniform. Rubbish country, useless country. You people are comparing South Africa with Nigeria. Please, my South African brother and sister, please, you should forget these useless Nigerians that don't have common sense. They want to compare you with them, telling you you're lazy. How can you be lazy? Your government is working properly. Why must we go and struggle or suffer? We Nigerians are suffering because our government is useless. You can imagine a South African citizen have every right to decide whether you want to be poor or rich. It's their choice. But in Nigeria, even if you are struggling to be rich, the government will bring you down and you call that place a country. Rubbish place. Man, you Nigeria should get that from my face, man.
Please, guys, permit me to laugh. This is so funny. Like, honestly, this guy finished Nigerians. He said, can you compare a rich man's child and a poor man's child to carry a bag of cement? so he's the poor man's child. Please, guys, I'm begging you, God's name, pardon me. This is so funny. So he's the poor man's child, and he's the rich man's child. Oh, Jehovah. My Niger people, this is actually a Nigerian man living in South Africa. I've told you guys, though, make we know they carry this matter for head like plantain sellers. South Africans are wonderful people. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. Me, I have come close to them and I have seen that those people are so amazing. Now, Most of our Nigerian brothers that lives in South Africa, they speak good about South Africans. Like, these are the people that eat and dine with South Africans. They are not far from South Africans. They live in South Africa. Even the ones that are living there undocumented, I mean the illegal ones, they know that the only problem they have there is simply because they are not documented. As for South Africans, are very good people and they know. So who are those that have been spreading these rumors that South Africans are not good, they are not welcoming, they are xenophobic, they don't like their fellow blacks, blah 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 blah. I guess it should be our brothers that lives in South Africa that are supposed to be telling us how the country is, how the citizens are, right? I've shared lots and lots of videos of Nigerians living in South Africa. Like, none of them has ever said any negative thing about South Africans. They spoke how good South Africans are, that they are so amazing, so welcoming. The very moment a South African realizes that you are coming from Nigeria or you are in Nigeria, the first thing he or she will ask you, do you live in Lagos? Do you live in Abuja? As if Lagos and Abuja are the only places where you can find Nigerians or where all Nigerians are living. And the next thing they will ask you, what about Genevieve Naji? What do you see, Jim Ike and stuffs like that? That is to tell you that those people are just welcoming. They are loving people. They are loving people. Most guys living in South Africa have said how good South Africans are. What else do we want? Why are we fighting these people for no reason? And God keep blessing them. Now, if you are a Nigerian watching this video right now and you are still fighting South Africans online, just know that you are on your own, because the people that you feel you are fighting for, they are with South Africans. They stand with South Africans, and I also stand with South Africans. These people are kind-hearted. They are good people. They are amazing people. They are the kind of people that everyone will want to associate with. I love everything about them. I love how developed their country is. And I pray and wish that someday my own country will be developed like their own country. You all heard what this Nigerian man said. He said in South Africa, there's nothing like hospital bills. If you are sick, you go to the hospital and take adequate treatment. And it's free, like free of charge. In South Africa, they pay elderly people. Like every month, the elderly ones receive grants from the government, including children and others. Like, life is so easy for South Africans. And trust me, you can't be a rich man's son and you still expect that child to go out there and be hustling and sweating for the same money that the father gives him or her. In South Africa, education is free. So what is all these whole things for? And I learned that in South Africa, when you want to buy anything, as long as there are some other people standing there or some other people are there before you, you have to stand in a queue. Like, no matter who you are, that's how they do in South Africa. And I can also say that is also the same thing in Ghana. You don't jump the queue. You must join the queue. You don't jump. You must join the queue. And he also talked about camouflage. You see this army uniform, right? Like, if you wear, if in Nigeria, this one is also a tip for those that wish to travel to Nigeria for vacation and stuff like that. If you are going to Nigeria, please, and you are a civilian, please do not go to Nigeria with camouflage. Those are military material or stuff like that. Like, I know a lot of ladies that wear the trouser and the top, right? Good. Those camouflage, don't wear it in Nigeria. I'm begging you in God's name, because don't wear it in Nigeria. It's not advisable, okay? But I've also seen like 2 or 3 occasions where Ghanaian citizens were putting on that camouflage, that military uniform, right? And I saw like military van, they were passing. So when they saw the guy, the first guy I saw, when they saw the guy, they just warned him. They didn't even stop. They just warned him against what he was putting on. And I've seen them also talking to a lady that she shouldn't wear such thing again, that is not good, is not proper. And the third one, yes, they didn't do anything. Are you getting it? But that one, no fit happen. No fit happen for Nigeria. It can't happen. You go collect. Hey, you go collect, oh. You go collect. So, but this guy is trying to make us understand that in South Africa, the military don't treat the civilians anyhow. Are you getting it? Even if you're putting on the camouflage, that nobody will send you, like they won't mind you, they will just leave it, that they have respect for human lives and stuff like that, and which is nice. So my advice to my fellow Africans, can we just put this hate aside and come close to each other? Let's come close to one another. Let's start loving ourselves more. There's a lot we can learn from ourselves, right? Let's start to condemn what is wrong. Let's start to condemn. Let's stand to condemn what is right. What our brothers are doing in South Africa, these same South Africans that they are saying they are not welcoming, what our people are doing over there, eh? If you come close to South Africans that hear news and hear what is going on in their country, you will cry. Forget about jokes, eh? You will cry. You will cry and say, is this what you guys have been enduring, have been taking for so many years? And the most painful part of it is when these people talk, the next thing will say, oh, they are jealous. South Africans are jealous of us. They are xenophobic. They are not welcoming. Oh, come on. Now, how can someone who is so comfortable, who is more comfortable in his country, who is rich, whose government takes good care of him and even his or her children yet unborn, how can such person be jealous of you? Like, I do not understand, and I don't mind if anyone can make me understand. Do you know that most South Africans, if you give them American visas, they will still prefer to be in their country? That is one good thing that most of us do not know. But hey, aside South Africa, there's no African country. There's no African country that you can even offer UK visa and the person will tell you no. No, 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 it's not true. That is to tell you how good their country is and they are more comfortable in their country. So let's stop the beef and embrace love. For love is all we need in this continent.